Peace, 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 peace. Peace, love, and light to all the American Aborigines. This is your brother Aboriginal Power. Hopefully everybody's having a great grand rising. You know, this is the happy wake and bake, so I want everybody to hit that like button, thumb up the video. Let me know what state you in as we start the show off this week. Let's go, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I need everybody to support the channel. It's very important for you guys to do so. So let's get it, man.
I'm who they depend on. Who they depend on. I'm who they depend on. I'ma go get a bag, it was me. I'ma bust down the pack, it was me. I'ma bust down the trap, it was me. Scoring the end zone. Running me plays, nigga, like I'm hurt. All of this money hit them where it hurts. You know the mission, put them in the dirt. Who they depend on? I'ma go get a bag, it was me. I'ma bust down the trap, it was me. I'ma bust down the trap, it was me. Scoring the end zone. Running me plays, nigga, like I'm hurt. All of this money hit them where it hurts. You know the mission, put them in the dirt. I got my pieces in the car where I want. I got these bitches on call when I want. I got some niggas who trap when I want. Play with your bitch, you don't play with my brother. Play with my baby, I put it together. They on my body, I put it together. Two battle bitch, they going together. Baby gon' suck me and fuck if I let him. Watch me smoke with a bitch, you ain't clever. Right through that bitch cause she thought she was special. Those little bitches who dance with the devil. He got a back cause he thought of him dead. The clip on the gun that I got him in daddy. Mention my name in the scenes with pressure. 24K, no I bet them letters. 24K what I put on the bells. Missing my flavors and missing my fabrics. Valentino wanna cook with the cabbage. Tryna put me out on the atlas. Independent what I'm keeping my status. I got the pain inside of the boat. I brought the ice from out of the dough. I got a chain, I'm briefing the dough. My wrist got a bang, Chris, you don't know. I'm who they depend on. I'ma go get a bag, it was me. I'ma bust down the pack, it was me. I'ma bust down the trap, it was me. Scoring the end zone. Running me plays, nigga, like I'm hurt. All of this money hit them where it hurts. You know the mission, put them in the dirt. Who they depend on. I'ma go get a bag, it was me. I'ma bust down the trap, it was me. I'ma bust down the trap, it was me. Scoring the end zone. Running these plays, nigga, like I'm hurt. All of this money hit them where it hurts. You know the mission, put them in the dirt.
Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic time. Hopefully everybody's having a great grand rising. Hopefully y'all energies is together. For those that are looking for the song is not out. None of the music is here. It's out. But you can go follow my brother anyway. 24K, he does have content. Everybody support the channel. Make support the channel, man. It's very important for you guys to support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how many people
whatever it takes
today. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Shout out to all the FBA. Shout out to all the American.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention.
Shout out to all the American Negroes across the globe.
Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Pride before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Pride before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Pride before the fall, you from your mouth, you turn to dentist. Free my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. Lie better, little baby, but lie better. You playing the other side on God out. Trendsetter, no talking, I did better. They watching my moves, flying my moves. I did let up, I kept it aside. Niggas get shifty, I did something, I'm moving around. Gotta get to it, this bread, something they want me to drown. Remember they told me I was nothing, I've been through some things. Oh God, baby, I can't front it. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Pride before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Pride before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Pride before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Free my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. Do better, you said that you do better. These niggas playing at 50, I really got moved better. I got D's on my block, I can't play around. I position For my life, I can't play round. We gon' get it back in blood if they stay round. Know them niggas off the drugs, they gon' lay down. How was love? You put me right in the middle. Got niggas that screaming gang and niggas that wanna kill. They got feelings from the past, pay attention. They only sending shots cause these niggas want attention. Won't be no RIP, heli in the mention. Put threats on my name, make me turn them to a pension. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Bring my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We up in this beef.
Whatever it takes. Right, this shit crazy. Feel nothing at all. Put my pain and don't feel nothing at all. Yeah. Yeah, for my pain and don't feel nothing at all. For these niggas, nah, ain't nothing but God. I had to move around with nothing but frauds. I tried to bring the team together, get my vision involved. I gave a plan, but niggas scrambled the time to pick up that call. We can't get 1,500 in a 6-week span. Time to pay up, everybody go, I be down. I should've seen it. All I got is Rain, Slim, Tim, you know it's Teach. I got Tay and I got Leaf. I got Deja and Salih. I got Foreign, they got Feet. They say your name, that's cause you preach. Them niggas folded under heat. No umbrella, let them shots rain down. You believe the dream, just stand up, if not lay down. Let it rain down. If you my nigga, then just say it. If you ain't got it, then just say it. Let it rain down. Yeah, my nigga, then just say it. Let it rain down. Let it rain down. Right, this shit crazy. Yeah. We gotta weather the storm. If you don't understand, get better informed. I'm from the trench, and my trust really weathered and torn. With my niggas from the sandbox, trying to put this shit on top some water. But we playing live, we all want the same shit, but can't get on the same page. How bad do y'all really want it? Niggas just be saying things, complacent with y'all lives now. Everything that I pipe down. Yeah, I was chilling for a minute, but I'm live now. Niggas talking about the past, come get with me right now. Come and really see my grind, come and see me live now. I'm live now. I'm live now. Come and see me live now. Ain't no umbrella, let them shots rain down. You believe the dream, then stand up, if not lay down. Let it rain down. My nigga, then just say it. You ain't got it, then just say it. Let it rain down. Yeah, ain't no umbrella, let them shots rain down. You believe the dream, then stand up, if not lay down. Let it rain down. If you my nigga, then just say it. If you ain't got it, then just say it. Let it rain down. Let it rain down. Yeah. My nigga, did you say it? You my brother, did you say it? Let it rain down. Let it rain down. Right, this shit crazy.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Can everybody hear your brother, Big Aboriginal Power, loud and clear, man? Y'all know it's the Wake and Bake Show, man. We're going to light this backwood up, and we're going to get right into the show, man. Before we do that, man, I want to shout out to all the brothers and sisters that's tuning in to this live stream today. We got some public service announcements that we're going to be chopping up with. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Can I get everybody to drop a fire emoji in this thing? Let me know that y'all can hear me loud and clear. I see a couple people saying my audio was scratchy, fading in and out. How are we feeling now? Is the audio good or is it fading in and out still? Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. It's going to be one of them ones. Shout out to everybody. We got Yanetta Yah. And listen, man, I want to say shout out to all the real niggas off in the building today, man. Shout out to all the real. Oh, man. It's been a while. I ain't talked to y'all all week, it seemed like. Seem like I ain't talked to y'all all goddamn week. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling out there, man? Oh, got some special announcements. Shout out to the Black Digital Dollar, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the Ghost of Aboriginal TV. I'm sipping on some salt, some coffee, fam. Sipping on some coffee. Colombian blend, half creamer, no sugar. You understand me? Shout out to everybody in the building. I ain't been in here in a minute. To chop it up with y'all. I need y'all to flood this chat out with some fire emojis, man. I don't see y'all hitting no fire emojis. I don't see y'all hitting the like button. What's going on there, family? Y'all not rocking with Big Abberton? Rocking with your brother Big Bapperton? Don't do that. We got 20 likes and got 45 people. I know 5 people haven't hit the button. I know you ain't no hater like that. I know you ain't no hater like that. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Man. You gotta get it going. I forgot, my bad. All right, it's all good. And I know, y'all mean, my family come off in here. It's all good. Hit that like button. I'm gonna pass you this backwood as soon as you come have a seat. As soon as y'all have a seat. How many people gonna be supporting the channel today? Listen, I got some special announcements. I don't know who Bobby Knight is, but can y'all confirm who Bobby Knight is in the chat? Bobby Knight, I don't know who you is, but I've been hearing through the grapevine that nigga's been putting smut on the Aboriginal name. So Bobby Knight, I don't know who Chicago Bobby is. I'm talking about Bobby Knight. He was going in on the Aboriginal. Tell Bobby Knight, come talk to the God. You got to come see me, Bobby. We're going to be destroying your information here in the next few days. So don't even trip. This up and coming Wednesday, shout out to all the American Aborigines. I don't know if y'all familiar with the guy, the brother, Dr. Norco Longo, better known as Old World Florida. Shout out to him. CAP TV did a reaction to some of his builds yesterday. Shout out to Aboriginal TV. Shout out to Old World Florida. He will be on this platform Wednesday. I believe Wednesday. So look forward to having a exclusive conversation. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it public or not, but it's going to be one of those ones. Dr. Norco Longo. As a matter of fact, I was over there on his channel chopping it up with him on the panel yesterday evening, just chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? He was telling people to get familiar with Big Aboriginal Power Platform because he touches on Florida specifically, and I touch on all of the Americas. So we're going to blend this information perfectly. So make sure y'all go subscribe to Old World Florida. Make sure y'all get ready to subscribe to this channel because it's going down Wednesday. Also, Thursday, we will have a special guest on here. I'm not going to state who it is till Wednesday, but we will have a special guest on here building it. We will be talking about contention points within the Aboriginal community. And what is the Aboriginal community? Does the Aboriginal community consist of all Aboriginal peoples over the planet, or do we dominantly focus on where our ancestors put in blood, sweat, and tears at? That's the question we're going to be getting to. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the. Somebody said Bobby Knife is cool. Nah, Bobby Knife gotta come see Dad, man. Shout out to Bobby Knight. You understand me? I heard that he got some shit. I heard he be going in, so I want to make sure you can get it in with someone who's gonna be able to get it in on that level with him. A lot of niggas like to stay within certain confounds of they strong points, man. We want to touch on every aspect of it, man. So you know what I mean? That's one of the public announcements, man. Public announcement, Bobby Knight, come holler at your boy. We got Old World Florida, aka Dr. Narco Longo, gonna be on Wednesday, and we have another special guest Thursday, man. It's going down. Shout out to Michelle Norton in the building, and also February the 18th, if I'm not mistaken. Me and Medicine Man, we scheduled our pay-per-view event. It's going down February 18th. It is going down February 18th. Got everybody in the building. We got Michelle Norton, Never Hungry Again, Lions Wolves, Darius Matthew, Leonidas. Make sure y'all drop them fire emojis in the chat. Let me know that y'all in the chat so I can shout y'all out. I want to say peace and blessings to each and every one of you guys that's watching this. I want to say peace and blessings to your family as well. Shout out to Chief Serpentine, the Snake God, Babel, Yita Vilified. I hope I pronounce your name right. Shout out to Peaches, Yanetta, True Fool, Leona, Lionel Clements. Climates. Who else we got up in this thing, man? Who else we got up in this thing? We got Samantha White up in here. Shout out to Samantha White. We got D. Allen, Warren, Bronze Flat Power. And that's it, man. That's it. Shout out to everybody. Son of California. Shout out to my brother, Son of California, in the building as well, man. I don't want to make sure I'm missing anything, so make sure y'all drop those fire emojis in the chat, man. One of the main reasons we as Black Americans or so-called Black Americans are put in a position that we in is simply based off of the lies that has been told by history. Lies that has been told by history books. The history books has lied to us about so many different things. Make sure y'all support the channel too, by the way, man. I want y'all to support the channel, man. If you're not going to support the channel, nobody's going to support the channel. That's why it's important for you guys to support all Aboriginal platforms, man. So shout out to Big Dog Philly OG. If y'all not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him, man. Definitely doing this thing over there with the platform, man. It's not easy to create these platforms and to be able to get up here and talk. I don't have a set bill set out for you guys. Like I said, you have never seen a rehearsed, scheduled build. These are all freestyles. We just wake up and be like, yo, we're gonna chop it up with the fan. A lot of this stuff I come off the top of the head with. A lot of this stuff I don't have written down. I don't have sources. I don't have talking points. This is just coming straight off the skillet. It's hot. You understand me? And this is what the ancestors want you to be able to implement your information like, man, because they speak through you. The words that you need to use to convey what you're trying to say is already embedded. These comes in the form of thoughts. It comes in the form of an idea. It comes in the form of in those particular forms. So, we have to understand that history books simply lie about who Aboriginal peoples is. You hardly hear them mention Aboriginal people in any historical social studies text. It's because they don't want you to know that you are the Aboriginal people. Someone will ask, well, what would be the significance of them being in control of this land and lying about who you are? That's a valid question. My answer to that question would be the same reason they lie about who other people was in certain areas. See, if they can lie to you about who you are and make you become emotionally attached to another land, by forfeit, you become less emotional about another land. You become less worried about a particular land. So in this case, they have hit you with the out of Africa theory. They have hit you with pan-Afro-centric understanding, which is that we're in a foreign home. We're being held without our own will, and we need to make our way back home to Africa. Now, if all Black Americans, which I believe is all Aborigines for the most part, if they was just to pack up and go back to why quote unquote homeland that they told you came from, America will have nobody defending its resources, its natural land, and the people with the birthright would not have no say so because now they believe that their birthrights belong in Africa. So this is an elaborate plan to get people from even wanting. I've even heard Pan Africans go as far as say, forget America, F America, things of that nature. And I like to say to that is totally absurd. Why would you say screw America when your ancestors built this country? But a lot of you don't know that your ancestors built it. See, I'm here to tell you the things that they lie. I'm here to point out the contradictions and tell you why they lie about so-called Black Aboriginal American history. And the reason they lie is because they're trying to take over the resources. I've been telling you this since 2019. The whole reason the Smithsonian is set up and it becomes a big organization, Nat Geo, Nature, Discovery, all these things is become pillars and sequences to research based off of your own ancestors' contribution. In other words, they want their future. And this is why they digging and finding and trying to re-engineer and add things in to see how smart and see what life was back then, because they don't teach you this, but they know that your ancestors was way more technologically advanced than what they're alluding on. I'm even going to jump to the conclusion that your ancestors was probably more knowledgeable, meaning without indoctrination, without a tainted perspective. They was more knowledgeable and able to reach technological feats way far advanced than what we're reaching now, based off of the not having limitations to our understanding. Scientific community has put a ceiling on what we look at within Aboriginal history. Okay, so we built this shit from the ground up. We built this shit from the ground up. And so historically, people don't understand that your ancestors been here. You've been fighting, and they done misclassified your ancestors. Not only did they misclassify your ancestors, they demoralized and substituted historical facts with fallacies. One of those historical facts that was removed and replaced with a fallacy is the fact that your ancestors had always been here and they was never brought here. That's one of the facts. One of the historical fallacies is that you was crammed on side of a wooden ship and set sail for 3 to 4 months across the Atlantic, making a way to Virginia, ultimately enslaving you and then freeing you and then giving you land. See, that's the artificial history that they have given us. See, we got to learn to absorb and look into these histories and not allow mainstream science to allude and jump to conclusions based off of their faulty observation. Excuse me. Another fallacy is that in 1619, 20-odd Negroes or Africans, like they like to say now, but in original text it said 20-odd Negras. And in Spanish, the word Negras means female. But within that 1619 story dealing with John Ross and the English vessel that captured a Spanish vessel, this is during a time of beefing and wars, right? So in 1619, you have ships coming from Europe, taking people from the Americas, whether it was business, whether it was enslaved. They didn't say that these people was enslaved in the story as the Spanish got them. But they're claiming that they're taking these people to the Europe from the Caribbean islands. And you ask yourself, well, why is there so many Caribbean people in Europe? Well, that explains the story from 1619, from the Spanish vessel going to those particular places in the Caribbean and taking them to Europe. In one instance, a particular Spanish vessel had 20 to 30 indigenous peoples from the areas that we call the Caribbean, and they was on a ship of the Spanish headed out to Europe for gods who knows what. Could be for business, could be for whatever. But in the midst of them traveling back to Europe, they was captured by a pirate vessel that was owned by English merchants. And those English merchants ramshacked and raided the ship and took the booty that was on the ship. No point intended. That particular thing that they took in the form of treasure would have been people. And there were those 20 women that was taken off of that ship, and they was brought to America. But that ship, like I said, came from the Caribbeans. It was headed to Europe. The English captured it before it made it to Europe and took those people to America and brought them there. And this is how you get the story of 20 odd Negroes or 20 odd slaves or 20 odd Africans in West Virginia. So with us just elaborating on that story, was Africa even in the conversation? See, that's the question we got to propose. Was Africa in the conversation? No, it was the Caribbean. It was Spanish. It was English. It was America. These particular people from the Caribbean that they call Africans that entered in Virginia at 1619, in fact, are not African. That's the fallacy. They were indigenous to the area that we call the Caribbean island. So we have a mixture, and we have a large amount of sources and data and stories that prove over time and time again the historical fallacies that has been revived into our modern history. Why would they change the original term of 20 odd Negroes that entered this in Jamestown? Why would they change that to say 20 odd Africans? So that lets you know that the term of knowledges and classifications that they put on people can be confusion. Because they just put the term African, right? They just put the term African on indigenous peoples from the Caribbean. And I want to ask yourself, in 1619, was anybody in the continent that we call Africa today was being referred to as African? Think about it. Africa did not exist in 1619. No, I didn't leave out the ship, the Santa Batista. That's the ship that they was taken off of, if I'm not mistaken. This is all documented records. This is all documented records. The 1619 story is the 1619 project. These are propaganda tools used to insert and lie and deceive the peoples to never ever have mentioning indigenous blacks in those areas. And what's ironic is that they was Negroes. There was dark-skinned people in those areas of Virginia when those particular ships came. You understand what I'm saying? We got to understand that these people have inserted and lied about so much contradiction and historical fallacies. A lot of you guys don't want to be American Indian. American Aborigine, it's because something's in your blood and your DNA will not let you resonate from it, which is okay. You can't help that. You probably descend from foreign people. That's a possibility. Or you could very well descend from some of the sellout Negroes of this land. That's another possibility. And I believe a lot of you guys who in the chat who claim to be African and Aboriginal or Congolese and Shinnecock, you guys are sellout Indians. You guys are sellout Aborigines. And we got to take into consideration that not all of our people played by the game. Some people did backhand deals. Some people been backdooring people. I know that's a term that we use in modern urban conversation. When someone get backdoored, that means somebody got down on. That means somebody double crossed them, is what the mob would say. A backdoor is the same thing as being double crossed. And a lot of you guys descend from the same very people that double crossed my ancestors. See, the gig is up. The gig is up. A lot of you guys don't understand, man. A lot of you guys don't understand. A lot of you guys we broke bread with. And that same knife that we cut a slice of bread to break for you, to cut for you, to give to you, that same knife that was used to make sure things were secure within our country and our foundation, you sellout niggas use that same knife and stab some of your own descendants and relatives in the back with it. Not only did you sell out and stab your own people in the back with it, you took that same very knife and handed it over to the colonizer. See, but you didn't know that it was going to be descendants, rebellion, intelligent, intuitive descendants that will come to be able to look at this America as a crime scene and gather all the data, gather all the goddamn things we need to prove that you guys did what you did. And we have found this metaphorical knife. That knife that you have stuck in our back, we have found it. And we understand who did it. We have identified the sellout Aborigines. We have identified the standout Aborigines. There's been a lot of conversations within the community, and what I like to bring out is that we're not taking anything away from Africa. Africa has pyramids that those Negroes built there. Certain African countries had warriors. They had technological feat. We're not taking away anything from Africa, but what I see is that a Pan-African rather give our history, our contribution, our innovations, our inventions to another set of people. They are willing to say that mixed people of pale skin, straight hair, that is not of the Negro stock, was the first here. When have any other people besides Negro people been first? Well, a Pan-African to tell you that the whole world was Negro, except for America. It was Asians there that came there during the Bering Strait. These are Mongoloid people that was there. There was black people everywhere. This is what Pan-Africans say. There was black people on every inch of the planet. We went everywhere except for the Americas. That lets me know that they have a biased standpoint and they're not being honest with us. Because they can't even be honest with their goddamn self. I wish we had some Aborigines off in this motherfucker that understood what I'm talking about today, because we have them dropping them fire emojis in the chat. Let's get some of my moderators to drop that cash out and PayPal information in the chat. Let's get a few people to support the channel today. Moderators, help out. Help the brother out, man. Y'all support the channel. Shout out to the family that's in here too, man. We got 154 in here. Let's get a few people to support the channel today. We're going to go in deep today. I'm freestyling. This off the top of the screen. And it's Pan-Africans that say that they know that it was black and Aboriginal here, but in the conversation of contention, they will go on record and say that these people was not my people. They was these so-called people that was in America was not Negro people. So within that statement, that means that Negroes wasn't everywhere first. I thought Negroes was everywhere first. I thought when they settled, it was Negroes, and according to y'all science, it took time for them to change within natural selection, to change with being invasive to their environment. But before they changed, it was Negroes there. Why is it that some niggas claim that there was Negro, this is a Negro planet, that Negroes was everywhere, but when we say that we're as Negroes in America, y'all say, no, those was Mongoloid people. The irony. The irony. But it's like not a coincidence to say, no. Black people was all around this planet. Yeah. Black people was all around this planet. Ironically, we was the only people that was taken out of Africa and put in another land forcefully. We the only people. Ain't no African Australians. Ain't no African Jamaicans. Ain't no African Pacific Islanders. Ain't no African Asians. Ain't no African Europeans. It's just African American. Don't you find that ironic? Don't you find that ironic? Ain't that weird? That we are the golden slaves of history. We the only people that has been displaced out of their land, misclassified with different names, several different names, when other people hadn't even moved out of their homeland. They have never been enslaved and took to another land. Why is we the only people that do that? Why is we the only people? Are we just the weak niggas that became the most followed and revered people? First, the story don't make sense. We got a story of niggas being slapped and beat and forced and tricked and swindled onto a boat to be enslaved, to be brutalized, to be beaten, to be worked. And there was nobody here. They came to an empty land. Not just an empty land. What's the odds of the whole Americas not having Negroes? Okay, let's just say some Pan-Africans say, well, I do say it's some black people that was here. I'm just saying that you guys ain't the black people that was here. Right? We hear that conversation, right? How can you distinguish an American Negro allegedly from an African Negro? And in that same conversation, we'll tell you, well, yeah, the Negroes that was here built the pyramids. They created science. And you will say that, no, it wasn't Negroes. Those people that you're seeing on the mirrors is not Negroes. Those people that you call Olmecs are not Negro. They rather give your culture to another race than accept your perspective that Negroes have been here and that built shit. They'd rather give it to somebody else. They'd rather say that Mongoloid people came to this land before black people built the pyramids, created science, advanced civilization, before they say that Negroes that you possibly could descend from here. What's the odds of me descending from an African compared to the odds of me descending from an Aboriginal American? Okay? If I'm in America and there's, let's just say, Africans that came here, and there was Aboriginal indigenous Negroes that was already here, what's the odds of me descending from an African, and what's the odds of me descending from an Aboriginal American? I wish we can get a few people to support the channel today. Shout out to everybody in the building. Wish we had a few people that were supporting the motherfucking channel today. Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. Shout out to oh yeah. Another thing, man, it's just a lot of fallacies that I heard with inside this whole Pan-African community in general. I'm gonna drop the link too. I'm gonna drop the link. Let me drop the link. I like the bill. They'll tell you that within this Pan-African story, that this global Pan-Africanism, that everybody on the planet come from Africa. That black people was all across the world except for America. Oh, no. You niggas ain't no black Americans. No. My bad. I didn't mean to say it was black people everywhere. Not here in America. It was Mongoloids here. There was Mongoloids here. If this whole Pocahontas story, John Rolfe, the 1500 natives going to Seville, Spain, Portuguese enslaving various nations from South America, the Dutch coming in, taking Brazilians to Netherlands. Why don't we see Native Americans in those particular areas? You won't see a nigga that look like a Mexican in Europe. If you see a Mexican in Europe, he stick out like a sore damn thumb. And we know Native Americans resemble Mexicans. So if you see a nigga that look like a Native American or Mexican in Europe, he sticks out like a sore fucking thumb. It should be easily to observe and look for the descendants of those Native and Asian people. You don't find that bullshit. Man, let me go fix me some more coffee, man. I'll be right back in 60 seconds, man. I'll be right back in 60 seconds.
Yeah. Hey man, all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled high, ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hollering black was never on your side. They do maps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. And being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens.
All right, I'm back. I'll pour another cup of coffee, goddamn. I'm freestyling. I need a few people to support the channel today. I need a few people to drop them fire emojis in the chat if y'all can hear me today. $176 people in peace and blessings and love to everybody that's in here. I see y'all dropping the 100s in the chat. I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody that's in here. We got 172 people in here, and we have 100 likes. That means 70 people at least haven't hit the like button. Can we get a few of the brothers and sisters to thumb up the video? We got at least 70 people that I know y'all might have forgot when y'all came in. Shit happens. I understand. This your cousin. I understand. I know people forget. But y'all go ahead and smash that like button while y'all got the chance. While it's being brought to y'all attention. I know niggas forget. It happens. I do it all the time. I come into a brother live stream. I'm in there chopping it up. We in there going hard body. You understand what I'm saying? We in there going hard body. And then next thing you know, niggas ain't hitting none of the light. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go back and hit the light. So I understand. It happens. I'm trying to roll me up another wood real quick. Give me just a second, goddamn. Did I drop the link in the chat yet? I don't even remember if I did it or not. Pretty sure I did. And you know how and we are a creature of amnesia. We are a species of amnesia. That's something that recurs within our species throughout all of our peoples. And it doesn't exclude niggas. What I mean by creatures of amnesia, you know how you can be doing something, you be like, damn, what I was about to say? Or you go in the kitchen to do something, like, what was I about to get? And that's things that you forget within a fraction of seconds or minutes. Imagine what you have forgotten over thousands of years. Keep that into consideration. We see how we forget things from second to minute to hour to day to year. Imagine how much we have forgotten over the course of 1,000 years. If you can forget what the fuck you gonna get out the refrigerator within 30 seconds. Shout out to Truthful on her with it, man. What's going on?
Man, sure. It seems like nobody won't come up here until I'm up here.
Man, your ass you don't be wanting to talk.
I don't know what you're talking about. But shit, that free, I mean, I'm listening to the freestyle. I'm like, damn, he's spitting.
Yeah, it's a freestyle. All my live streams are freestyle.
I know they is. Sure. You could have easily put up sources on K Grebo and YK the Truth and not a coincidence, but yeah, I feel like you just do it. You don't do it because you want to see how deep they can dig their hole. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm only sitting down and having these sourceful conversations where we set out and plan and what we call prep for, only when they debating. Debating none of these niggas for free. So.
All right, cool, shit.
So at this point, it's just a learning stage.
Okay.
What was you about to say, brother?
I said, when you gonna see me use stream, some graphic designs and stuff. Like I said, I gotta get my channel up and running soon.
Yeah, man, you do, man. I hope you do. And a lot of people, I ain't really seen too many new channels come up like it was when I first came into this community. It was only like 4 to 5 Aboriginal channels, and them channels were so inspiring that it inspired me and other brothers to create their YouTube channel. Are we not inspiring you guys? For you guys to create your channels and get into your lane and for us to come support you guys? Or are we not inspiring enough to you guys?
Inspired me, shit. That's all I was like, I need to get something going.
Man, we'd love to see y'all get a platform, man, so we can come support y'all and get over there and really watch the growth. You feel me? And watch the growth. That's what it's all about, man. Each one teach one. Smoke Signal need a channel. A lot of you brothers need a channel. I know y'all might be like, man, I'm too old for this, or I ain't been doing this. Well, now's the time, nigga, and you ain't never too old.
Ain't no such thing. No, you should see OG Big Dog. He do whatever the hell he want on that motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, each one of us need to teach somebody. That's what they each one teach one come from. Each one teach one. Each one of you motherfuckers need to be teaching somebody, because it's gonna be somebody that can't learn the way I teach it, but it's gonna be somebody learn the best way when you teach it. You understand what I'm saying? Some people might not even like Al Pepper. I don't like his channel. I can't get into his information. I don't like the way he teach. You feel what I'm saying? It don't matter. Do your thing. Do your thing. Stay in your lane and kill them. Don't let haters or suckers deter you from your path, man. You gotta be sucker free, man. And it's always gonna be a sucker ass nigga to try to take you off your path. It's always gonna be a fuck boy or a fuck girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a sexist. That's gonna come and try to throw you out. We have trolls that I entertain all the day, like Flood and Rob and Slob Noxious and Kid Grebo, King Cassidy. Yeah, these niggas are just puny little imbeciles that I entertain. I mean, what you mean? I'm outside with it. We in the wild with it. We really out here. So sometimes you run across a cockroach. When you in the field so long, you ain't talk to no like-minded brothers. You'll talk to a cockroach. Yeah, niggas, you'll talk, hey, little cockroach, where you from? I'm from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Little cockroach. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And I'll be telling niggas, man, this information that we've been on, man, it should be iron. It should be inspirational. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the truth. Well, I don't have no reason to lie. You think I formulated this shit to lie? You think, nigga, and a lot of people think that I just came straight into the Aboriginal shit. Like, no, nigga was indoctrinated and had other fucked up thoughts that I had to unlearn. So it ain't like a nigga don't be able to understand and gradually to be able to get out of one understanding and one perspective or one ideology when you deem it to be insufficient. So we learned how to maneuver through these particular systems. You know what I'm saying? We was probably once in another indoctrinated field. And before you was in a indoctrinated field, you was in a field of non-consciousness, which is almost even worse, where you don't even know what consciousness is. You don't know what theoretical, you don't know what spiritual, you just living life, running around and licking and eating snot and shit. You know what I'm saying, me? You ain't doing shit. You don't know what's going on. You don't even know what to know. You understand me? But when you started questioning and started knowing and start understanding or trying to learn, whether it was insufficient or not, that's what put you on your path. So, you know, some people don't stay on their path. Some people stop and take a rest stop, man. You know what I mean? Like I told y'all, By the time a lot of niggas catch up to this information, Big Aboriginal Power and a lot of these other brothers who's dropping a lot of this fire information and who's going and doing a lot of this research, it's going to be on to something bigger and better by the time things started getting efficient and clearing up. And because science sometimes take a long time to confirm the things that we say. I've seen things I said in 2018 that people will try to say, oh, that's pseudo, only to be established as a scientific fact or a new factor within 2021. You know what I mean? It's taken 4 or 5 years for what I would call primary research to be established within the scientific community. And that's just only one instance. So imagine various different things that people are not privy to that is an exact fact that haven't been inserted into mainstream science. Hell, the history books alone haven't even caught up to replacing a lot of the old and outdated information that's going around in the school systems. So we're ahead of the curve. You know, they don't teach true history. They don't teach true nothing. They teach you to follow a single file line. All right, if they can believe this not true shit, make them believe this not true shit, they pass. If they can believe this not true shit, even though it's not true, they gonna believe it's true and they gonna pass. So that means they can walk in a single file line and be sheep. Now all I gotta do is have one nigga, which is that you, to have a list of sheep, which is the class, go into the slaughterhouse. Time to get up and go to lunch. Single file line. You're gonna walk in the single file line into the lunch and slaughter room. You got to get outside your mind. See, a lot of y'all are still in the element. That's the elementary. See, y'all still on Earth with it. I don't want the Pluto universe with this information. We are connected with every piece of fucking fabric of information that you can understand. Life is like a fabric of time. Time is like a fabric. Dimensions is like a fabric. You got to peel back the layers. We've been ancient scientists. Even in our worst conditions, we was alchemists and chemists. Have you ever seen a powder turn to a liquid into a solid? That's a question you got to ask yourself, niggas. That's the question you got to ask yourself. Seriously. We got to be more in tune with what's going on. So when we teach on American history, that's just focusing on where your ancestors, your direct, most recent ancestors has put in the work at. This whole globe belongs to Aboriginal people. That's a fact. And I teach Aboriginal power, so I uplift all Aboriginal people around the planet to do their work. I'm talking African Aborigines, European Aborigines, Australian Aborigines, Pacific Island Aborigines. You feel me? But right now I'm harnessing in on the ones that's most closer to me, the ones that I can reach out and touch, the ones that share the same understanding when they take their foot off and they put it in the dirt. I'm that's the ones I'm more focused on. I'm not negating or reflecting, rejecting any other Aboriginal people. I want to be able to have a template for all Aboriginal people around the planet. See, that's what a lot of you Pan-Africans don't understand. Nigga, we don't hate you stupid motherfucking African, Pan-African niggas. We want you to understand, respect your youth. Respect you. And if you can't respect and love and give credit to yourself, how the fuck are you gonna give love and credit to someone else? So yeah, we want to uplift all Aboriginal people, but my harness is to focus in on Aboriginal people of the Americas at this given time. I need my brothers to be on the same page. And if we all on the same page, then we can set out a set task to maybe give you guys the blueprint. Because everybody already watches. Everybody try to talk like us. dress like us, get into our cultural and traditional aspects, whether it's soul food, whether it's fried chicken, whether it's dressing, whether it's fashion, music. It's all stuff that's created from so-called Aboriginal Negroes. So a lot of y'all watching and waiting and looking for the template, and we're going to put it together. But we do not need y'all coming over here speaking on. I taught AP recently about being global, and he finally gets it out. Boy, you is a dumb fuck, dude. Listen, Lex, the tranny lover Cortex. Don't play with me, boy. Don't play with me, dude. I am the teacher, Dark Side Lex. I'm the one that put the ancestor spirit on you, man. And then I took it away from you and I put the Baphomet in you. Now that's why they call you Tranny Lex. You like chicks with dicks, man. We not on the same level. You're a demigod. So no, you are not my master teacher. I brought you into this consciousness of Aboriginal and global awakening. And I allowed you in the Aboriginal community until you started doing freaky shit, and then we kicked you out and we banished you. That's the truth, y'all. That's the truth. Yeah, Lex no sex. He probably got sex blow-up dolls. With Nimrod's face on it. Lex Vortex, you thought you was an Indian this whole time. I've been Aboriginal. You was thinking that Aborigines is just some Indians who run around with war bonnets on, which we didn't even wear that, bro. That's Native American wear. So even then, when you was in the Aboriginal information, you didn't understand, young man. That's why I'm your master teacher. That's why I'm saying tell Skeeves and Blue and all your little minions to come over here. They need to come through a big baptism so they can be washed away of all the illness and sick regurgitation and crumbs that you have picked up from Sonetta's couch.
Right, AP, is that the same Lex that said that the Mongoloids is copper tone?
Say what?
I'm asking, is that the same Lex that was up here talking about them Indian, that them so-called Native Americans is copper toned, and he had a book by some dude who stayed 30 years with them? I mean, I don't remember 30 years with them people. That
Listen,
same
man,
Lex.
these brothers don't know nothing. They lie and say, yeah, Aboriginal people are global. They're around the world. But when we say, yeah, our Aboriginal people here built the pyramids and all this shit, they say, no, it was Mongoloids. It was Mongoloids. It wasn't your people. They're not your people. But in the same sentence, say Aboriginal people are global everywhere. You Pan-African niggas just be stuck and you're in a stagnant pool of information. And metaphorically, information is often sized in metaphor to water. So you're in stagnant water and your water is no longer fresh. It's no longer drinkable. It's not useful to the body, to the spirit. See, this information that we got flows like the rivers. It flows like my rap style. It flows through the whole universe. And so this water, it got a constant motion. It's rubbing against material and minerals. It's feeding, it's cleansing itself. This is pure information that I'm giving you, son. Unindoctrinated, straight from the skillet. I'm talking about you understand me? This shit that you got is just a fabricated history. You're a global mystic freak. And I teach Aboriginal uprising around the globe. Around the whole universe. See, you're still in the element. You're in elementary. You're still dealing with this. See, you ain't even made it to the high levels. That you ain't even in the high school. Nigga, I done made it to the uni. to the university. I'm in the university, so come over here to Big Bap University and I enroll you. I will enroll you into the school. I will give you a grant, brother. Dark Side Official TV too. I will give you a grant. I will give you hands-on tutoring from one of my best scholars in a community. You need to be retaught, brother. You need to learn the fabricated, inserted history that you have learned throughout all these years. You have yet put Africa in place with its lies. Everything that we talk about the Americas is a lie, but everything that you mentioned about Africa is a fact. No, put Africa in its place. We love Africa. We love Australians. We love all the Aborigine people around the world. I just love the American Aborigines a little more. And you can't hate me for that. You can't hate me for loving my people just a little more than I love everybody else. You can't hate me for that, sir. You can't discredit us for that. Wish we had some folks in here, man. Make sure y'all support the channel too, man. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Aboriginal Smith, man. Shout out to Mr. Aboriginal Smith. He sent the $5 cash out donation. He said, for Grand Rising, cause of support. Hashtag appreciate that, man. Shout out to Mound City Mellow for the $5 cash out donation as well, man. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate that. Hey, listen, man. For a lot of you niggas that do want to go back to Africa and they ain't got the means, listen, man, I understand, bro. We're not here to take away that you want to go back to Africa, bro. We're not here for that, bro. We ain't here to take that away from you, bro. If you saying you're African and your peoples was enslaved here, bro, and you a slave, bro, a descendant of slave, bro, I'm not going to argue. I'm accepting all information this year, 2022. So I'm gonna just call you a slave. If your mama a slave, your granddaddy is a slave too. So I'm gonna just you a slave. And if you want to be a slave, that's cool. I mean, you want to go to Africa and all that, that's cool. Accepting all information. Don't put that on my people. Matter of fact, I'm willing to put together something with the Aboriginals where we'll have a fundraiser for about 5 years straight. We're going to buy a cruise ship, and we're just going to start taking hundreds of thousands of Africans, niggas in America that want to go to Africa, back to Africa on a cruise ship. They get to have fun, eat motherfucking food and drink, and they'll be on a cruise ship. You know what I'm saying? It's better than the Titanic. We'll be having iceberg watches and everything.
Hey, you know, you should get them a wooden cruise ship too, so that way they can relive their slavery, bro, with the chains and stuff. Since it happened,
we're gonna make sure it's updated. We're gonna make sure it's updated. They're gonna have fun. It's gonna be beds. They have their own rooms. They get to get all the water and food they want. Listen, it'll be a free ride to Africa. I'm talking about seriously, but it's only one
back to the village.
It's only one condition with that. There's a one-way trip. You cannot come back. I don't want to hear I don't want to see no DMs on my Instagram talking about you been bit by hyena. Is lizards in your bed? Like, I don't want to hear none of that.
They finna go over there. They gonna look at them, licking their lips like, damn, they juicy. They be like, yeah, 2 of them got eaten already ever since we came here.
Listen, man, I love African history. I love American. I even talk about African history. A lot of these Pan-Africans don't truly talk about the glorious history of Africa, especially getting down into Nile Valley, or when you get into what we call the Sahara area, which was once a marshland. It was like the New Orleans area. It's a lot of history in those particular areas. They don't talk about Senegal. They don't talk about the Great Ghana Empire. They don't talk about the construction and the building to what we see Kemet or Egypt is today. See, these Africans only come over here and question the God about us, giving our glorious feats. They mad because I don't know why they mad. That's the funny thing. Because I love Africans. We don't have no problem with Africans. Hell, Americans been seeing Africans without even seeing them on TV. We felt sorry for them. I'm talking about we used to down there break a tear out, motherfucking watching them Africans on them little starving videos. And so when they start having Africans come over here by large numbers, more recently into our neighborhood and our urban areas, we thought that it was going to be some camaraderie. I thought they knew that we was the one sending the 10 cents a day in. I thought they would be like my brother. And no, they kiss the white man's ass and they act like, why we got this stain? No, sir, you got this stain on your lips, sir. And the love that we show towards y'all, because Black Americans, Aboriginal Americans, have been a part of the Pan-African movement just as much as any real African had ever been. And we've been a part of it, uplifting it, and love it having not been reciprocated back to us. And now we're starting to realize that now we should just love on ourselves just a little more. We love everybody around the globe, but I feel like we should love on ourselves a little more. Is that a crime of my people a little more? No, it ain't. No, the fuck it ain't. We got Lex Vortex and the Hanu Kiel on the panel. Man, what's going on with you brothers?
Yo, man, peace to the people, Aboriginal power. I'm glad to see a little elevation since my last lesson on global Aboriginalism. I see you switching it up a little bit. You ain't always all the way there, but you're almost there, brother. I just want to commend you. You ain't got to tell the people, you know what I'm saying, that behind the scenes I'm schooling you and shit. It's all good, man. You can do that in front of your audience, but long as I see as long as I
Lex,
see a little
Lex,
bit of the brother, you gonna let me talk?
yeah, I got you,
As
brother. Go
long as I
ahead.
see a little bit of the elevation, I'm proud, man. But yeah, lately I've been giving my lessons on how Aboriginals are worldwide and how the Aboriginal community is lost because they think Aboriginal just refers to America. Africans are Aboriginal. Aboriginal, you got Aboriginals in Southeast Asia.
Bro, we know
All,
that
Hey,
already.
brother. Hey,
all.
Lex.
Hey,
Hey, hold
hey,
on,
Hold
hold on,
on,
hold on.
hold
Let me
on,
hey,
answer
hey.
that
hold
real
on.
quick. Let me answer
Hold
that real
on,
quick,
hold on,
Angry.
hold on, Lex. Hold on, A1. Listen, Lex. We've been teaching this since 2018. The
But why
Aboriginal.
do y'all do that whenever I
Hold
start
on,
talking? I'm just
hold
trying
on,
to
because I'm trying
understand.
to talk, and it's hard to talk over you. I just mute people because I don't like talking over people. So if you mute it, you can listen to me. Okay, you said what you said. I appreciate you acknowledging my information, and I'm glad that you're connecting to it. I'm glad I'm able to catch and grab a hook inside of your soul, sir, and you will be consciousness and understand away from the stuff that you're doing, okay? And I'm trying to elevate your mind. We teach that Aboriginal people are all over the planet, and we teach that Aboriginal people are are the first people on the planet. So not only in Africa, Europe, Australia, also America. And y'all only sometimes acknowledge that because when we say Aboriginal people was here, and we built shit here, y'all give it to mongoloids for credit. So you sometime me with the Aborigine information. And Aboriginals don't die, they multiply. So it ain't gonna be a time that it was, and it ain't gonna be a time that it ain't. And that's what I want you to understand, Brother Lex Vortex, that not only is it Aboriginals around the globe, it's Aboriginals everywhere in America as well. And we just happen to descend from the ones in America. We love all Aboriginals. We just love our peoples a little more. I'm gonna allow A1 to get it in real quick. What's up, A1?
Peace to the guys, man. Peace to all the Aborigines, North, South, Central, and Conjoined Islands. Peace to you pretendians and you so-called Indian scholars who pretty much summed up a lot of information from us over here. You teaching the same information that we push, but when it comes to certain narratives, people want to go back and forth, right? So when it comes to this term Aboriginal, right? It says 1600, first earliest, existing from the beginning. Okay, the noun meaning an original inhabitant and a tanchan. So outside of the people that you just claimed that's aboriginal to all of the lands, it was applied to here first, and it was basically an analogy of
It
who
was
was the
applied to Australians,
other
bro.
man. It wasn't.
Word.
Oh, so it was. All right. So you sure about that? All right. So stay right there. Hold on. Stay
So,
right there. Oh, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right. Don't
but
go
Yeah,
nowhere.
it's
stay
something you
right
got
Don't
to
there.
go
learn about
nowhere.
looking
Hold
up
on,
definitions.
Don't go nowhere.
You done made one.
That's
Don't
what I'm
go
You
trying
done
to tell
made
nowhere.
you,
one.
brother Lex.
Don't go
That's,
nowhere. Hold
that's
up.
what I'm trying to tell you, brother Lex. I
But you
understand,
cut
brother.
me
You
off,
gotta
AP.
stop.
You never let me finish what
No,
I
listen,
first
hold on.
started.
Giving definitions
Let's get it.
here.
Hold on. Hey, one, we're gonna
Y'all
let
gotta
Lex get
stop
in.
being
I
so
just want
biased, man, and
I just want to
cultured.
let you know, Lex, though, but you're being biased. You listen, you're
But you never let me
you don't
finish my
know.
first statement.
You don't
And then
know.
now he's coming
Hey,
in.
sir, listen. This is listen for Lex class. I will send some of my people over there, but you're still in the element, bro. You're in the
All right, can
elementary.
I finish
I'm
what I
trying
my
to give
first
you
statement
college
though?
courses. You got to
Because
learn
if
the
y'all ever
language.
listen to me, we can
You
find
just
a
said
common
Australians. You
ground.
just said Australians. Now we're not going to even let that fly. We going to
See what
challenge
I'm
that.
talking,
We're
bro? This
going.
is
Okay,
why.
you're saying something. I'm about to
God
show you
damn,
Yeah,
definition.
bro. It's
we
hard to
can't let
build with y'all,
let
man.
you give it to
Oh, bro.
Australia because it doesn't. It wasn't applied. He going to show and prove.
Yeah,
He
but
about to put up
before
the
that,
score.
I
Nah, ain't
wanted to
no
just
before you.
finish my
Okay, go ahead.
statement,
Go
bro,
ahead. Finish the
that I was
statement. Go ahead.
making when you first cut me off, AP. Is that okay?
Go ahead, brother.
Because we can find some common ground. Because all I'm saying, if y'all got a problem with the word Africa and all that, nobody is ever denying that black people was in America and that they're Aboriginal. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got a problem with the word, what I'm saying is Africans are Aboriginals too, and so are everyone else that's Aboriginal
No,
to
no,
the
no, no,
whole
no,
earth.
no, no, no,
And
no, no,
so,
no.
bruh,
We
bruh,
with
You
bruh,
that.
speculating.
We
bruh,
don't
bruh,
argue
We
with
gonna go
that.
to the actual
bruh,
definition of
We
bruh. But
don't
intent.
hold on. All
argue
right.
against
But
that,
what I'm
Lex. We
saying,
don't
You're
argue against that.
speculating. Listen,
all
hold
right.
on.
So what I'm saying, AP,
Oh
is
my God, boy.
you're still, even though y'all got such an affinity for this word,
You
and that's
trying to
still a word.
indoctrinate us, brother. You trying to
No,
Well,
we
that was
don't.
indoctrinate us.
still a word. Hold up, bro. It's
We
still a
reading the
word that was
definition of
applied to you. It's
brother.
still a
It
label.
don't matter.
Why
It
you all
means
in your
it doesn't,
why you getting a hard on for the word Aboriginal?
brother.
Like nigga,
It
it's still a word that was
okay.
applied to people given by someone else to describe them. So whether it's Aboriginal, if the same problem you got with African, you'd have to have the same thing with
How
Aboriginal.
is it all
Because
Africans are not
it's
from time of existence, my dude?
there's
The
no
word
tribe.
no, no,
There's no
no, no, no,
tribe.
What
no.
you mean?
What's the
Bro, I ain't
Aboriginal? What's the
AP.
tribe
I'm
called
not gonna
Aboriginal?
keep talking over him. Either he gonna
Go
let
ahead,
somebody
bro.
answer
Go
him,
get your
or
coat off.
you gonna fucking come up here and just try to run the
Why are you
channel.
getting all emotional, bro?
Because you said some shit that's not real, first of all.
That's your opinion. Why you gotta get emotional?
Okay, it's an opinion. Do we need to go to the definition? I'm not speaking
You
on my
can't just read. You can't
okay,
just
oh
read a
now
definition.
okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go back
That's
to the
what
word.
you don't know about
Okay, we're
definitions,
going
bro.
to go
And
back
if
to
you
the
ever
word
humble
aboriginal.
yourself,
Nah, brother,
you'll learn that.
we're going to go back to the term
Because when you read a
aboriginal.
definition, that's
Let
not
us
how it's
speak, Lex.
applied.
Let him get it
But it's
up.
not applied like that in everyday language. You got colloquialism. I keep trying to tell this fool
Hold
that.
on. Let them get them out. Let them get them out. We know. Well, we know that the definitions change, and that's what entomology is for. But listen,
Right. So when you read etymology, that's for the study of the origin of words, but it don't mean it's how it's applied in different times and places. So
Okay,
he
all
be
right,
reading the hardcore
okay. I'm
definition and
reading the
something
hardcore
like
man.
that's what it
Hey,
means,
mute this
and
motherfucker
this is all it
because he's
means.
doing too much
Bro, you
talking. He's not letting
miseducate
nobody
people
finish
like that.
what he's saying.
hey, let him
He
get
just
his shit
talking.
off, Lex. You doing too much, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so once again, Aboriginal from 1660, first earliest
We don't see it
existence.
on the screen, bro.
Oh, you
You
want me
ain't.
to share it? Okay, all right, hold on. I'll share it. Hold on. I'm going to share it.
No, just read it, man.
No, I'm going to share it, motherfucker. You come up here talking, getting long when trying to indoctrinate motherfuckers, nigga, with that
I now
indoctrinate.
look at her. You
You
see,
indoctrinated.
yo,
You
bro, you
indoctrinated.
are
You
a
just tried to,
sicko,
my
bro.
dude, you
You
a
like a
sicko.
jihadi. You should be Muslim, bro.
You
Like
right.
you're extreme, bro.
Here we go right here, AP.
I'm trying to
So
indoctrinate
look,
people.
we're going to go to both
That's
of
what
them, right?
you're doing.
We're gonna go to both of them, right? So boom, we dealing with Aborigine. It's saying this is from AB, right? Of away, right? It says, let's go down. It's saying descendant, lineage, or birth, right? It's saying being born, being descendant, receive life, extended 1789 to natives of other countries which Europeans had colonized, especially Aboriginal inhabitants of Australia. And what
Australia,
year? But hold up. What
you're
year?
dead.
Okay, so what year? Let's go down. Let's go down and read this
No,
again.
Lex, Lex, stay
Let's go down.
muted. You're sounding
Let's
stupid. You ain't
go
even
down again
listening.
right here.
You
So
ain't even
boom.
listening.
Especially Aboriginals of Australia. How is that not?
And
How you gonna skip over that?
Yeah, but
Attested
listen,
when?
that's after
That's the time. That's
1700.
what I'm
Brother,
That's
saying.
in
AP.
1820, bro.
1820,
My
brother.
niggas.
So the people in Australia was only called Aborigines since 1820, brother. The term analogy existed since 1660. So what the fuck is you talking about?
And who is it applied to then? That's what
It
I'm
was
saying. When did it become popularized? With the
brother.
Australians.
Listen, no, it didn't
Nigga, but
become
the first
popularized.
definition says apply to any inhabitant on the original land. What the fuck is you talking about?
Right, that could
Just
be
because you
that
read.
the don't listen. Hold on, bro. Slow down.
So
All
how
I'm
did the word
saying
come
is,
around and say, okay, so you want to point out the part where it says especially
bro,
Australians. Well,
calm.
who the fuck is the 1600 definition talking about then? That could be anybody at that fucking point. So shut your ass
Exactly.
up,
That's
bro.
my point,
Hey,
dummy.
look. Hey,
Especially
listen, look, look, look.
Like,
Australians,
Okay.
goofy ass
yo,
nigga, because
yo,
we're talking
yo,
about
bro.
Aboriginal Americans.
Yo, I
That's
don't know
right.
why y'all are
You act
so.
like a little kid because you see something that benefits your shit, bro. Shut the fuck up and
No,
listen.
that's what
That's why
you
your
do.
stupid ass can't comprehend shit.
What? Why are you throwing insults,
Like,
bro?
Because
nigga
you
want to push
can't
some fucking goddamn
comprehend.
Pan African shit, not knowing that the historical Pan African shit didn't come around. The education
Oh
system
my
didn't
God, here we
apply
go,
African
bro.
American
You
history
gonna start
until
the same shit.
1991. So shut your stupid ass up, nigga. The term African American didn't come around until
Who
1988.
cares
Shut your
about?
stupid ass up,
We
nigga.
care. We
So,
Why
care.
so many
okay,
African
We
Americans
okay,
care.
back
hold
then?
on.
We
Hey,
care.
Untouchiness.
We
So,
care.
1600s. So,
Goofy
what were
ass
they
nigga.
called before? What were they called before the 1600s? So,
Listen, my
you telling
brother.
me you taking a
Okay.
name
All
that
right.
started
Okay.
in
Okay.
1600?
Listen. Listen. The reason we're using this
Just
term.
answer the question,
No,
please.
no, 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 no. The
Yeah, see what
reason
I'm talking
we are
about, man? You
using the
dudes don't
term
want to
because
build,
you
bro.
talk too
You don't
fucking
want to
much,
build,
bro.
No, you
bro.
Can't
want to get
nobody build
long-winded
with
ass
you
shit
You
all the
don't want to
fucking
coming
time.
up
build,
here
Shut your
bro.
talking
ass up and listen, nigga.
indoctrination shit.
You want us to listen
And
to
I
your
ain't even
fucking
talking
goddamn
to you. I
essay
don't
and
even
the
know who
fucking
you
answer.
are.
Shut your ass up,
You
Lex.
you's a chat nigga. Be quiet. Let the gods build,
Nah,
nigga. I don't even know you.
you actually the chat nigga. But the reason we
Nigga,
use
Somebody
you
I'm
ain't no
not
got
a
bad
fucking
chat
job.
nigga.
feedback.
Listen to
Turn
dumb
that
ass shit
somebody.
anyway.
the reason
Somebody
Like,
we
got
what the
bad
fuck
use
is
this
you
feedback.
talking
term,
about?
the reason we use this term because it say first earliest existence from the beginning. It say the
Hey,
now
dude,
meaning
man.
the original inhabitant, right? The original inhabitant and a time sign. That's why we use it. That's why. Just
Okay,
like you know the
fine.
term, just like you know the term
All right.
African.
Hold on,
Oh
no,
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 no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no, no,
no.
no. Hold
Just
on,
like
hold on. It ain't no fine. So you was wrong about it being applied to Aboriginals of Australia first.
It was.
You're dumb, dude. It just said 1600. It was applied in
All
America.
right,
Come on, dude. You're dumb.
so who is it? So Aboriginal
How
is
can
not
you
just
have a
talking about
conversation if you ain't gonna be genuine? If you're gonna be disingenuous, bro.
when you say the word Aboriginal, people think of the Australians first, bro.
Bro, we're not
Because
talking about what
that's the
people's
term.
perspective is. We talking about what
All
we
right,
just
hold on.
showed and
I get
proved,
it.
bro. We talking about what we showed and proved. You're being disingenuous
All right,
because you
so
don't want to
all
forward the
right, so okay.
conversation, bro.
All right, if I'm
You're
being
disingenuous,
disingenuous,
bro.
so you taking on another label from the European as a name. Is that what you're telling me?
Isn't the
Yeah,
term
that's
Native
what I
Hold
American
thought,
on,
man.
European
Y'all
European
know, man.
too?
Just come complete your
Hold on,
training, man. Just
hold
come
on,
complete
Lex.
your
Isn't the
training, bro.
term European? Isn't the term Native American given by Europeans?
Just come complete your. Hey, brother. Hey, man, you got to go through
Lex,
steps
Lex,
before you
Lex.
Hey,
get
Answer
hold
my
on
on.
to me,
question.
man.
Who do you
Answer
think
my
came up
question,
with the
Lex.
word, bro? Who
Isn't
you think came up with the? You think Europeans
It
came
got
up with
real
the word?
quiet for about
Hold
5 seconds.
on. Hold
You
on,
had
because
to
it
regroup
got
your
quiet
mind.
because I stepped away, bro. Listen, nigga stepped away,
this
bro.
nigga
Like
here, bro?
nobody's not ducking your question, bro. First of all, are you dumb? I thought you was of the mystics. I thought you was
Yo,
global.
stop with the insults,
You're not
man. Stop
even
trying to get
dead,
out of
bro.
it and
It
just deal
wasn't
with
even
with the
pale
question.
skins that came up with the definition, weirdo.
What's that?
Hold on, mute yourself. You got bad feedback, bro. Somebody got bad feedback on the panel. Whoever
No, that's
muted.
not me,
That's
sir.
truthful. My bad. That's not true. That's truthful.
And so there was nobody in Americas that was calling themselves Aboriginals.
It don't matter.
So I don't know why.
It don't matter. It
But
don't
hold on, I
matter.
know,
Call
bro.
themselves Indians
Hold
either.
on. You're missing.
Hold on.
If y'all ever let me finish,
Conversation done. There was nobody in Africa calling themselves African.
That's a fact.
I agree.
So why do you? So
that's the point.
No. Stop the contradiction. You just said, why are we arguing and why y'all don't accept the term Africa? I said,
no, that's not what I said. If you ever let me finish instead of trying to.
Let's show him where Africa was at originally.
Bro, this is all what I'm saying is the term Africa.
Hold on. This nigga want to talk white European. First of all, we're talking about colloquial terms. Aboriginal is a colloquial term, which means ancient people. So in nigga terms, we can just say we ancient people. We don't got to use or say fucking Aboriginal. We use this for colloquial terms, brother.
Exactly. Thank you. Colloquial. I taught you that word. That's the point. So stop being that's the whole point I've been trying to tell you, bro. But you won't listen.
You talking to the guy right now.
Can you stop talking over us, bro? Like, can you stop?
Man, y'all dudes, god damn, bro.
It's you, nigga. You at one point in time you was running around here with a wolf on it.
See, here we go again. At one point in time, all the ad homs, bro. We talking right now. Okay, and what I'm telling you, if y'all got your
talking crazy, bro.
All you can do is throw insults and be immature instead of having a conversation, bro.
We're gonna show
That's
you
all. You grow up, bro. Stop acting like a 5-year-old, bro.
You right. You absolutely wrong.
God damn.
Let's show him.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be sticking your tongue out, saying
What is he talking about?
I'm trying to tell you, y'all won't ever let me finish the sentence. So here's the point I was making, is that whether you use the term African, god damn, whether you use the term African, Aboriginal, they all fall into colloquial terms.
They're not the same. Africans are not the original.
I didn't say it was the same. God damn, you're a retard, nigga.
You the fucking retard.
I didn't say it was the same, bro. Just listen to a sentence, bro. You can't see this.
Retard. You don't want to yell into a fucking mic, bro. Shut the fuck up,
motherfucker. Yeah.
You want us to listen to your shit. We say 2 words.
Hey, yo, all right, man. Y'all some emotional.
Look. Hey, look.
No, you don't act like a fucking fire trying to get everybody in this motherfucker. We hear you, nigga. Damn. Shut your ass up. You yelling through the fucking mic and shit.
Hey, hold.
I'm not yelling. I just got a good mic.
Look.
Hey,
hold up real quick. Hold up.
Y'all want to be enemies, man. Y'all don't want to find common ground because you want to keep division going like COINTELPRO. I'm trying to actually find common ground and let y'all know that it ain't got to be like
we're
that.
Showing
That's
you
why I'm talking about the term. Listen, bro. That's why I'm talking about the terms. And I said, if you got a problem with the term Africa, hey, man, we ain't got to use that term. But I'm telling you, both terms. God damn, now another nigga coming in interrupting.
Bro, you have to utilize.
So what I was trying to say is both terms are colloquial, right?
Bro.
So you don't get your panties in a bunch over the term Africa or Aboriginal. All right?
Okay, we got it.
Because in a sense, man,
relinquish
it's the same people across the planet, man, and everybody's related.
Nah, we're not.
Okay?
Look,
nah, we're not.
Yeah, bro, all across the planet, everybody's related.
Hold on, real quick. You got to utilize common sense if you want to gain some common ground, bro. And what you are not doing is you're not utilizing common sense. So we'll never be able to gain any common ground with a nigga of your aptitude because you
see what I'm talking about? It's just a nigga with a personal, emotional attack, and you sound drunk.
Why
have you been drinking, bro? You got to deal with the drinking problem before you can build.
You say you want common ground,
nigga. All you do is come up here and cause confusion.
Yeah, but you come up here doing personal shots, bro.
You say you want common ground. You say you want common ground.
You day drinking. Yeah. How you day drinking, but you want to talk about common sense?
Because your mama got a wide ass booty. That's why.
You day drinking, bro.
You want to be disrespectful, nigga? We can get all the way. We can go all the way to the disrespect if that's what you want to do. Now, if you want to build,
the one that came in personal shots, bro. I said I was trying to find common ground.
If you just want to be disrespectful, we can do that also, my brother.
No, we don't have to do that.
But then let me talk
So
when I'm
don't
talking.
come in calling me
Hold on,
names
bro.
and
When I'm
acting like a
talking,
child. Now go
you
ahead.
interrupt me. I'm taking that as a sign of disrespect. Now you can take it how you want to take it.
You
But
came in interrupting,
over
bro.
me, bro. Don't talk over me, bro. That's all I'm saying. When you do that, I'm gonna get foul, and then we ain't gonna be able to build on shit. Now, like I was saying, if you want to reach common ground, you got to be able to utilize common sense. Such things as not talking over a motherfucker. That's common sense. That's common courtesy. We're not building with niggas who can't utilize those type of functions. Now I'm gonna give you the motherfucking flow back.
Hey, listen, before he get the floor back, do you see where Africa's at? Africa ain't even
See?
a whole fucking continent. It's a fucking it's a fucking city or town or whatever the fuck you want to call this right here. This is where you got Africa at, and it was applied to the whole continent. So this ain't even applied.
Yes.
It ain't.
Who
But hold
don't
on.
know that?
It ain't the same as the term Aboriginal. Aboriginal means from time of existence. That's why we use it. Because we never came from no freaking Africa.
Oh
So
my
we would
God.
be aboriginal to the Amaru, nigga. I don't even know what they was calling Africa. So you need to go back and research that and figure that out.
So what was they calling? What was they calling America?
Amaru, the Amaruka. The
So why
Amaruka.
do you use the term America today?
America come from Amaru.
But it's not Amaru, nigga.
What
It's
you mean?
America.
Okay,
It's a different
You
term.
know vowels, you know vowels, right? You're a
It's
smart
a
man.
different
Okay.
term,
So
sir.
Nah, listen, man. It ain't no point to even try to teach this nigga right now,
We
bro.
gonna
He
pull
don't
it up
know
real
shit,
quick.
bro. That's why he just gonna be stagnant.
Bro, Amaru in America are not.
So here we go right here.
Hold on. Let me speak. It ain't no point to even teach this nigga, man. He's still stagnant. He's not being able to raise his consciousness, man. We teaching global Aboriginal history. We just happen to define.
Man, AP, you just started that the last 3 days.
Hold on, bro. Mute up, son. You still in learning. I'm trying to teach you how to connect and find a common ground amongst Aboriginal peoples around the world, bro. And I'm right now is focusing.
No, I'm the one who started that.
No, you
Man,
didn't
you the
start none
fucking
of that,
retard.
bro.
You the
Sit
one
down,
started
bro.
wearing a
You
fucking war
student,
bonnet, nigga.
You're the student, nigga.
You was over here wearing a war bonnet 3 years ago, nigga. Now all of a sudden you a Pan-African. Get your fucking bipolar ass out of here, nigga.
Yeah, he talking about he taught us all this. Dude, are you crazy?
So
You're
look,
lunatic.
let's teach this nigga something real quick, AP, on the word America, because he
go
don't
ahead.
understand.
I'll
So
let
look,
you got the floor.
all right, so boom, highlighted. Even the name America may be a product of ancient American secret society. In the 1895 edition of a magazine called Lucifer, it's saying published by. Hold up for a second, man. Somebody knocking on my door. Give me a second, man. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, that's the ancestors interrupting that
That's somebody
bullshit.
about to
My
get cursed
point
the fuck
was,
out.
bro, that like
Damn, why
the
you take it
names of
down?
many
I just can't
lands have
read, nigga.
changed. The land,
Hold up.
like so, like America, Africa, like China wasn't always called China. So if we want to play the semantic game, I'm just saying it just becomes silly. So whether you say, if you say Africa wasn't called Africa, so what? America wasn't always America. There's different names for America. That's why it's colloquial today. It's called Africa. That's why people refer to. Everyone knows in 10,000 years. See, you can't take the truth, bro. You can't
hold
take
on,
it,
bro. No, I'm just trying to tell you that my brother's like smoke. My brother's like A1, and the majority of the brothers and sisters that's in this chat are very well in tune and understand what you're trying to say. Because Big Aboriginal Power been teaching this for some time. So now I know you might be late to the party, but what we're talking about is not what you're talking about. You're so far behind what we're trying to elevate and candidate for this conversation today is really ridiculous, and it comes off obnoxious and almost as you have some disdain towards Aboriginal peoples focusing in on Aboriginal of America. Okay, so it seems like you have some disdain, brother. So what I want you to do is just take a deep breath.
How could you say it looks like I have the disdain?
Yes, sir.
When y'all are the ones that are emotional, angry, name calling.
The man is still talking, man. The man is still
talking. I'm speaking, sir. It's my time. It's my panel, and I'm just speaking, and I'm not being rude. I'm just saying that maybe you need to take a deep breath, and maybe you can do some con deeds. How about you name something good that you see within America, brother? You understand me? How about that? You know, shout out to everybody in the building. See, Lex Vortex is still a puny guy when it comes to this information. And he does Pan African tactics, which is repeatedly cut people off and insert and talk over people. That is a tactic that has been done in the House of Consciousness for almost 20 years now. So to entangle that infraction is to be able to tell him how much of a hater or disdain that is coming off, and maybe you should highlight and say something good about the Americas or American people before you continue the conversation. And this is how you nip that angry connotation in the dirt. Okay, so let's get back to this information. We got a Hanu on here. We got Smoke Signal, the Incredible Hawk, and Truthful on here. Peace and blessings to all the American Aborigines that is in the building today. I want everybody to drop them fire emojis in the chat. Turn up one time for the one time. Let's get it.
Peace to the panel. Peace to the tribes.
Peace, 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 peace.
Y'all cooking, man.
What's up? What's up, Hawk? How you?
I'm just glad to be here. You know how I'm rocking.
Hey man, you holding the platform up, bro. It's all good. Where Lex at? He still over here? Or he ejected himself from being around us. Period.
He claimed
All right, so look. So he
Your damn mic got some echo, man. Hold on. Stay unmute yourself right quick. Let me see if your echo location on. Truthful, unmute yourself real quick. Let me see if that's you. That's true. Yeah, that's you. Jump off. Well, no, you just jumped off and come on. Just keep your mic muted. Yeah.
All right.
All right, good looking, bro. They got some bad feedback. Go ahead, bro. I don't know who was speaking. Go ahead.
No, I was reading the terminology of America since everybody is so confused on this term, right? And motherfuckers think I be making shit up when I got all sources, right? So even the term America may be a product of ancient American secret society. And in this article, they're talking about secret societies of America. We can really get into it if you really want, but I deal with this other shit on another note, right? I say even the name America may be a product of ancient American secret societies. In 1895, an edition of a magazine called Lucifer, published by an occult promoting the Theosophical Society, James Pierce, right, saying gave an interesting insight into the meaning of the word America. He said that the supreme god of the Mayan culture of Central America, known as Quetzalcoatl elsewhere, was known in Peru as Amaru, right? Period. Amaru's territory was known as Amaraca. Now don't see, let me off click this shit. Cause I know motherfuckers in the chat room, people don't even know where the term America come from, which is sad at this point in time. And you learning from people who ain't even qualified to teach you. Okay? It says Amaru territory was known as Amaraca.
Don DeMarco.
So look, it's saying from latter comes our word America. Amaraca is literally translated land of the plum serpents. So when you hear these people out here who just became Indians, like, oh, the serpents, we're not serpents, nigga. A serpent is not not an evil deity like they didn't showed you. They didn't show everything that, like, that's why when you deal with occultism, you understand that all the shit they tell you that's taboo is the shit that you really supposed to be studying. Okay? So now, once again, right? Amaru territory was known as Amaraca. Now, for you motherfuckers that's slow, America, right? America, America, right? Now look, the formation of the word is the same. The only thing that's different is the E for A and the I for U. It's the same fucking word if you know how vowels is constructed when it comes to nouns. Once again, from the latter comes the word America. Amaruka is literally translated land of the plum serpents. And I showed you motherfuckers last week that Morocco was in fucking Florida, but people don't want to believe that because of this fake ass history that they've been putting out here to our fucking people. And like I said, at the end of the day, me personally, I'm tired of motherfuckers going back and forth with me about the shit I know. Period. Because a lot of people who out here teaching this shit, Hey man, I ain't even gonna go all into all of that shit. But niggas talking about the languages and all this other shit. How do you know the languages mean that? How do you know that? The people who you researching this shit, you ain't researching it from the ancient people. You researching it from some European who wrote this shit and put this shit together. I rest my mic, man.
Man, these niggas just don't understand, man. So, like I said, we teaching the higher consciousness. No, it doesn't come from the white man's university. It comes from our universe, which is the people, the Aboriginal people. We've been having knowledge and spreading knowledge and doing advanced shit way before universities, bro. This is just the information of the universe, bro. And so I'm teaching all Aboriginal peoples. You pseudo scholarships, you pan African, you global Afrocentrics. Shut the fuck up. We teach Aboriginal uprising around all people around the planet, and we're just focusing in on Aboriginals of America. Don't hate us for that. Love us for bringing this to the world, bro. Love us for bringing this to the world. You dudes are freaks. Y'all get obnoxious because I teach you guys to not hate, but to show love and to acknowledge. We talk about the pyramids in Kemet, but we talk about the pyramids in America more.
Why do we use the term Aborigine, AP? Why
Why
do
they
we
don't
use that
like
term?
it?
No, why do we use that term?
Because it simply talks about what Pan Africans talk about. They say black people and Negroes was the first on this planet. Aboriginal simply says these are the first people on the planet. It means first people, and we know first people, according to science, what we all agree on was Negroes. This was the melanated people around the globe. These was the first people. So Aboriginal describes first peoples
It's a
on the
fact.
planet.
Mm-hmm.
And we like to uplift all Aboriginal people of the planet. We just highlighting the ones of America. That's why we have that geographical location attached to that word.
But some of the people they showing you that they claiming to be Aboriginals ain't Aboriginals.
That's
The
because
Most of the Asians are not. The Asian people you see, Europeans are not Aboriginal nowhere. Asian people are not Aboriginal nowhere, and East Indian people are not Aboriginal to the places where they formerly are at. Okay, so when it tells you America was the first land out of the goddamn water, the first and most highly civilization that ever existed on the planet. Okay, how would you process that? So that means that we had to be the only people on the planet at one point in time, and the majority of these lands are basically colonized and populated by the original inhabitants of the Amaruka, aka the Aborigines or the Atanchan. Now, whatever tribe that you want to claim it is, that's a whole nother story. But we're talking about from this land right here that we call North America, which is only a direction. There's no Central America. Central is a fucking direction, and South is a direction. And once again, right? Alaska is North America. Alaska is North America. Alaska not a fucking totally different continent, or Canada. It's not another continent. It's America. Now it's another fucking continent. But if you believe in these people
another country.
well, another country. If you believe in these people demarcation lines and their borders and see how they constructed and created different cities and different territories within our own land, then you understand what the fuck is going on. Peace to the
Hey,
guys, man.
hey, can I speak AP without being interrupted?
Yes, but humble and be brief. Don't be so long-winded. Yes, you
All
got the
right.
floor.
The brother just bodied himself when he showed the Amaruka. Because when he showed the Africa, he said, listen, this was just a spot over there, wasn't the whole continent. And then it adopted the name. And then he pulled up a source that said this territory was called Amaruka. And then it was applied to all of what they call the Americas. It's the same thing.
That
And
happened in
also,
Africa, right?
so it's the same thing. So if you say it can't be applied to all of Africa, then Amaruka couldn't be applied to all America.
We never
The
said
second
that.
thing,
We never said
Not
the
the
that.
same
second thing,
thing.
hold on, brother.
Look, it was applied
Hold
from.
on, brother. You
It was
And
hold
America is
on.
broken down by directions,
Bro,
my
what
brother.
the
I'm from St.
hell,
Louis.
bro?
I'm from St. Louis, my nigga.
Hold
East
on,
St.
brother.
Louis.
Hold
East
on.
St. Louis.
Hold
Bro,
on.
it's just
Hold
a
on.
discussion, man.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is their directions.
Secondly, I
Central,
just did
North, and
I
South.
started the last week I've been doing streams. AP is changing his tune. Now all of a
He
sudden,
is a nutcase,
because after I exposed that the Aboriginals are obsessed with one spot on the globe, now AP want to act like he's a universal Aboriginal. Universal Aboriginalism is Pan-Africanism. That's what it is. It's just y'all
No,
are
it's
getting
not.
caught up over the name Africa. But I can say Pan-Aboriginal. Same thing. It's a social political construct of indigenous. See, bro,
it's
hold
not.
on. Let
It's
it
not.
come out though. Don't try to block the information from the
Because
people.
you
Just
lying
let it come
though.
out, and
You
then
ain't
when I'm done,
information.
That sounds like
and then
something
when I'm done, you
We
can
out of
just.
formation, nigga.
Openly
So
lying.
if
I
I
don't
say
put several lies
if
in
I
this
say
conversation.
Pan-Aboriginalism, it would be the same thing. It's indigenous people coming together across the world to fight colonialism, bruh. You can call it whatever you want. So you're going against yourselves with this hate for Africa, and I don't want to be from Africa and all
No,
this stuff.
Who
When
hate Africa?
all
We
right,
didn't have
and
no
this
hate.
the last thing I
We talk
want to
about
say, bro.
strength
It'll
in
be
America.
another 10. It'll be
We
another 10
love
seconds,
America.
please.
We can
Lex,
It'll
love
be
Lex.
America
another 10
without hating
seconds,
Africa, my
man.
nigga.
Come on, bro.
No, we
I
don't hate
well,
Africa,
would you?
bro.
I can now.
We don't
This
want
is
to be
what I want to show
indoctrinated
y'all,
with your
bro.
homosexual ass shit.
I can come on here and show you the intermarriaging, because y'all be saying the slave trade was fake. It wasn't no. They were prisoners of war, first of all. But I'll show you Africans marrying Indian chiefesses on record. But y'all say there's no intermarriage. And I will come on here and do a whole presentation and show you the multiple documented marriages of Africans and Indians, bro. They're interconnected. It's just what
Ooh,
I'm saying is you
surprise,
causing
surprise. We know
division.
that.
You
Hey,
causing
listen, Lex
division
Vortex,
for
Lex
no
Vortex,
reason.
Lex
I can show
Vortex.
you
Hold on,
African
hold on, Lex
slaves.
Vortex. Hold on. Let me
See what
get
I'm
you to
saying?
drink.
Y'all
Listen,
can't take it.
hold on. I'm trying to
got
ask
Because you
you a
keep
feedback,
on
question.
bro.
fucking talking.
Hold
Nobody can get in
on,
the
everybody stay
conversation.
muted up. I'm trying to ask them a question. I guarantee you will not be able to show me black Indians marrying black Africans. Those Indians that's marrying
That's what I'm
Africans.
saying. I can't.
Hold on, no, mute up. Them Indians on record that you're gonna show me are in fact white people, and I can prove it.
Okay, so then let's
So
set it up. Hey, hold on,
let's set it
AP.
up.
All we gotta do is set it up, and I'm gonna show you black Africans marrying black Indians.
Okay, let's do it.
And I'll show you. Not even that. We'll go back in time. I'll show you the Mende people coming here and going all the way to Florida and intermixing with the Indians before Columbus.
The Mende people.
Before Columbus.
We talking about people who was
So
already here.
my point I'm saying is when y'all try to make this distinction between when we say Africans and Indians, these people have been intermarrying and been together for thousands of years, bro.
We haven't.
So what is the division about? What is the division about?
No, we haven't.
That's false.
Yes, you have, bro.
No, you got.
So then let me give the presentation on your channel to the people.
Listen,
Let me give the presentation without y'all.
Hold on.
Still technology.
Hold on, everybody mute up.
Africa's still underdeveloped.
Africans coming over here and documented records in Florida before Christopher Columbus. Yeah, we want to get to that, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's set up and let me give without y'all trying to influence and overtalk. Let me show the people the connection between African.
Can you get a new mic before you do that? Because this shit is giving me a migraine, my nigga. Like, your mic is horrible, bro. It's static and feedback every time you speak. You fucking up the whole live stream. Respectfully.
Childish. Okay, bro.
No, your mic is fucked up, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, to do a sound check is childish. This is practically a podcast. The most important thing right now is the audio, and you have fucked up audio, and it's childish to correct that.
Man,
you see what we
know
dealing
how
with?
many people come on here with fucked up audio? Stop it, bro.
Yeah, we make them get out of here too. I'm just letting you
Okay,
slide.
so you don't want to let that happen though. You're getting around the point. I'll show the people with emphatic proof.
Man, we
Listen, bro.
already done
I'm
seen
willing.
all that
Listen,
shit. That we already
bro,
seen all that
bro,
pseudo
bro,
shit.
bro. I'm willing to debate you. Set it up, bro. You've been ducking me for years, bro.
No, not a debate. Not a debate. Let me just show the people. Then after the presentation, you can debate it.
Bro, get a new microphone before you try to debate.
All right, well, do the
It's probably my
presentation on your
Bluetooth.
platform. Do the presentation on your platform, and I'll watch it.
Nah, see.
Well, we
That's
done
all
heard
I'm
all
saying.
the,
All I'm
we
saying,
done
let's
heard
just
all
bring
the
out all the
African
information.
stories before. We already know about all that information. Niggas have been covering that for years to find out the same people that you calling Africans that mixed
So what's
in.
wrong with presenting the information again if you know it?
We already been down that road. We
See what I'm
already been
saying?
debunking that. Ain't no Africans.
That's the cult
Ain't no
stuff I'm
Africans
talking
come here. Ain't
about,
no
bro.
Africans come here and mix with no
You know how many
Aboriginal
times
women.
I didn't let Chief Holiday and other people come on my channel and present information and
That's
all?
when you was an Indian.
I don't
That's
know.
when-
I did.
That's
I
when you
did.
thought
I
you was an
did.
Indian.
I had these dudes on there not too long
That's
ago.
when
I
you
had
was an Indian.
Troop
Bro,
111 on there
please,
presenting information. Chief
please,
AP,
respectfully.
all of that, bro.
No, you
So,
a damn lie, dude. You was a damn lie.
nigga, I had Aboriginal Paperwork Day where I invited anybody on here.
Bro, when you was an Indian, yeah, you believed
You
that,
was
right?
an Indian, bro. You was running around with a war bonnet on, getting beat
I'm
up by
still an
wild
Indian.
boy and
I'm
shit
still
until
an Indian.
A1
That's
and
what
them
you got
had
it
to
twisted.
bro.
I'm still an Indian.
No,
I got
I know
Indian
you
roots.
is. That's how I know you in
I
a
got
primitive
Indian
mind
roots, but
state. That's how I know
that's
you
why
in a
y'all don't
primitive
listen,
mind,
bro.
bro. You a primitive mind dude.
I'm a what?
You primitive. You still think
nigga.
like the way you thought 20 years ago, bro. I'm trying to elevate your mind,
Do you
son.
want to see that? So let me
This
present
nigga
the
Lex was hitting the
information.
Siberian one step
bro,
around a campfire next to a
bro,
teepee.
I want to debate that bullshit,
Eating
bro. I
seal
already
meat.
seen it, bro. You just gonna talk the different talk. You maybe use different words out the dictionary to explain, but I done seen that information 1,000 times, bro. What you think? I'm never heard African, Pan-African, or none of this information. What you think? I
Nah,
just
you didn't
learned
see the
Aboriginal information.
information clip.
Baptize
I know
this
more
nigga,
about
man.
Africa than your ass.
Baptize
knows,
this
nigga.
nigga, man. Baptize
You
this
haven't
nigga.
seen it clearly, bro. Y'all don't understand the world. You're causing division.
Nigga, we do understand the fucking world. You don't understand. You don't understand the Americas.
Bro, hold on. Do you know what that sound like when you have a bad
Hey,
mic and a
Lex, you
horrible
don't even
profile pic?
understand
You
where
don't
you
understand
are.
what you're
You
doing
don't
right
even
now.
understand where you are, where your mom is, where your grandparents are buried, where your great grandparents are buried. You don't understand that. How you gonna go ahead and explore the world when you don't have a correct understanding and perspective of where your feet is planted at, son? I'm trying to tell you
That part. I mean, that gets pretty much summed it all up right there.
All of that.
That just summed it. No, you
Shit
don't.
like that.
No, you
Shit
don't.
like
You
that.
don't. That done pretty much summed it all up
Let's
right
set
then
up
and
the
there.
day. I'll give the presentation. I'll
Bro,
show
you don't want to debate
intermarriage.
nobody over here, bro. You want to sit here. You want to bring the same information.
If you want to set it up, it got to be a debate, bro. It got to be a debate. I done seen your information before, so let's get it. So you want to debate?
No, you haven't.
Let's debate.
The people haven't seen it.
Let me ask you a question real quick, Vortex. All right, Vortex. Let me ask you a
He's doing
question.
witchcraft on us right now. He just sucking. He's an energy vampire. This nigga's a succubus. Y'all know that, right? That's what
a
he
fact.
into.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, listen.
Yeah, we know what you're into, nigga. You're doing black magic on the tribes right now.
Vortex.
Bro, you all this is the shit you on, my nigga. It is weirdo
Hold on,
shit.
I want to
I do
ask him a
agree.
question real quick. Oscar, I want to ask him a question real quick. Listen. So look, this tribe that you claim came to Florida, when did they come to Florida and what did they do in Florida?
Bruh, I'm willing to give the presentation.
A presentation, the Mindy. Where's the Mindy tribe from again?
Yeah, we let you get into your bag. Go ahead, explain. Go ahead.
Man, you ain't gonna. We can't get.
Where's the Mindy tribe from?
Let's teach.
Where's the Mindy tribe from?
Bruh.
And what part of Florida? And what part of Florida did they come in?
Simple question. Where's the Mandy tribe from? What are some of they what are they known for? And then when they went to Florida, what did they do and what are they known for? Can you explain this to us? We're gonna give you the floor, brother. We're gonna mute up. Let's go.
I'm gonna mute my mic. Go ahead.
Y'all want to do the nigga ghetto shit.
We want to know the cultural practices so we can see it.
Listen, we let you explain and
do that
stick
in
to
just
your
a conversation
claims.
on the
You
phone.
listen. You made a claim Now we want you to
And I'm
elaborate,
telling
and
you, I'm
then you
willing
want to
to back the
present.
claim
Then you
up
want
with
to
a
present.
presentation before the people.
Listen, Lex.
Why do y'all have a problem with that?
Lex. We don't. We just ask you simple questions. We building. You made a claim.
But
Okay,
it ain't
now
gonna
we
make no
hold
sense
on,
to
Lex.
get
Let
now.
me speak. Let me speak. Because now you've been disingenuous. You made a claim. We got intrigued. Now we need elaboration. Once you clear up the elaboration, then we might be able to let you presume to do a presentation on one of the Aboriginal platforms that I might pick out.
Nah,
Provocative.
I'm good with all that. If y'all don't
We're
want it,
intrigued.
I get
I
it. If
mean,
y'all
I
don't want
don't
it, I
have to
get it.
tell you. I don't need to give you a presentation to say you can go see the South Carolina architecture that black people, so-called black people in the 1800s did when they colonized Liberia on the west coast of Africa, which would make you think you from Africa, but really them niggas from South Carolina. I don't need to do a presentation on that.
So stupid, bro.
That's so
Bro,
stupid.
we want to hear your perspective on what you just said, though.
Everybody mute up. No, because I'm really intrigued about the Mende people coming to Florida, and I want to know what the Mende people is known for within their civilization, and what are some of their technologically feats that advance or change their societies. What are they known for in Africa, and what
We're
did
the
they
same
do?
people on both
And
sides.
what did they do?
Point.
What did they do when they went
I
into
think you're missing
Florida?
the point, bro.
How was
We're not even
the
much the same
interaction? How was the interaction with the Aboriginal Americans, the Aboriginal peoples that was in Florida, compared to the now entering Mende people of Florida? How was that interaction? Can you get into that?
No, not right now. No.
That's a four-part question. That's too complicated for him, bro.
Where do other people come from then?
So you want me to answer your question when you won't answer my question? I just want to make sure we're clear. You want me to answer your question
because y'all are acting like
no, hold on. I just want to make sure. You
have no relation to other black people on Earth. So are you saying
no?
The America theory? That
I'm asking
went
you
from America and spread across the Earth? That would mean they would still be the same people. They would still be your relatives. This is all I'm saying. Like the division.
No,
is
we
stupid,
don't.
bro.
Well, obviously, you haven't made it to where I am.
Are you
yet
saying they
when it
can't?
comes
Other
to the
people came
teaching
from
list.
outer space?
No,
that's what I'm saying. Like this don't make no sense, bro.
No.
Y'all
What you're doing now is
witchcraft.
Answer the question.
No, hold on, Lex. What I want you to understand is you want me, right? After I went and asked you a series of questions, which you failed to answer either one of them, but you want me to answer your question. You must have slipped and failed and bumped your motherfucking head, nigga. Because you must not understand that you have to answer at least a question before I presume to even entertain your dwindling question.
Man, there's 6 motherfuckers on here.
Bro, we asked you a question about something you brought up. You brought that
yes,
up.
And you brought it up. I didn't bring it up. You brought it up, and I asked, and I was
answering. We want to learn about the Mende people. No cap.
Yeah, we want to learn about them, right? We
Hey man, you dropped that heat. You dropped that heat.
Hey, listen. Hey,
A1 dropped that heat, bro. That's what made him even come on.
A1. This how you nigga though. When he bring up a fake claim, now we want to ask questions and let him get the floor. He shut the fuck up because it's pseudo nonsense. And this is
what you talking about yesterday, AP.
Then why not let the presentation happen?
We don't need no. We want to hear. All right. Give us a summary. All right, look, plagiarize.
I don't even want to waste my time and to see if it's gonna be even worth it.
Hey, can we watch the trailer to the movie before we go pay for the movie and buy popcorn and shit? No trailer, ass nigga.
Be a gang. You want to keep
paraphrase it. Give us a
man, don't bring that word over here, dog. Don't bring that police ass word over here, dog.
Division going so you can keep fighting Pan Africa.
We not Africans, brother. We not Africans.
We ain't no motherfucking gang.
But you don't want to.
We not Africans, man.
Interconnect us all.
We don't want to be connected. We the guys over here, bro. We need to figure this shit out first before we be confused about the rest of the planet. Nah, nigga. We ain't no Indian. We ain't Indians neither. Just for the record, we not Indians neither, nigga. So that's a whole nother conversation.
We don't have no ethnicity. We don't have no ethnicity.
Are you Moors?
But we are interested. Listen, we are interested into what he was saying about the Mendes.
Lex. No, it's not all these names. We use the name which best describes. This is why we simply keep constantly. Hold on, mute up. I'm talking. I hate when people cut me off. Y'all gonna learn discipline. This is why we constantly keep regurgitating the word Aboriginal, which is defined definition means first people on the planet. Nor do the word Indian mean that. African don't mean that. Australian doesn't mean that. So we're using the word that best defined us. Okay, so you must learn how to humble yourself. Attach this to all Aboriginal people.
Are you related to the other Aboriginals on the planet?
No.
All right, so where do they come from then?
No, this is how you diversity, brother. Because hold on, let me explain. Because you asked me a question. Let me explain. If you're going to ask the question, let me answer it. No, we're not the same. But the one thing we have in common is being Aboriginal, which is being first on this planet within through our own geographical locations. And them geographical locations ultimately make up your structure of your bones, your cellular structure. Because you know that mineral, food, in certain places play directly into your genetic structure. And our genetic structure is abundance, and it shows through our phenotype and our hair texture, which is similar to Africans across the globe. No, we're not related. This is why I'm explaining how you get diversity. This is how you get diversity. You can't get diversity if we all related.
You're trying to force us to be Africans.
Bro, do you understand that a hummingbird and a vulture are related, but they're not related? It's the same way, my nigga. Just like that. That kind of relationship.
Lex.
I'm not just birds, nigga, like we men.
I'm gonna do a presentation to where we come from. Since we do not have. I asked about a few things right now that you failed to answer as well. So listen, I'm gonna do a presentation on that, and I'm going to elaborate, and I'm going to show you where you come from since you failed to have that knowledge.
Brother, you're not related to the other people on the planet.
University, son. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
AP, real quick, right?
Running from that?
Hold up, we ain't running from that. AP, real quick, right? So when it comes to these Pan-Africans, right? See, the reason why the things stand up, look, the reason why all of these Al-Bukhari came here and the Mendes came here, because they think we ain't have a fucking empire here. We was just some primitive fucking people who didn't have a science. So ain't nobody just pulling up on the shores of the Amaru like that. Now, I don't know who
not the Amaru.
We are the Amaru.
Niggas came here and didn't even want to go home. They didn't even want to go home. Shit was so fly. That's what happened, nigga. Niggas came here and it was so fly. Niggas didn't want to go home.
Are you American? All right, so let me ask you a question. Are you an American? Are you an American? Yes or no? Okay. Are you an American? Yes or no?
See what I'm saying?
Are you an American? Yes or no? Are you an American? Are you an American? Yes or no? You know what? AP. Get this nigga out of here because this nigga not answering no questions. He just over here.
We just saying he's Indian, bro.
That's why we're not.
Get this nigga out of here. He's not answering no questions. You don't want to add. You arrogant piece of shit. The fuck out of here, nigga.
Yeah, listen. Hold on. Let me say something. Not only is he reflecting and openly denying, said he's not going to answer any of those questions. So like I said, y'all, we don't have to get hostile with the brother. We don't have to entertain him. I'm going to politely ask you to keep your muted because we're going to engage in conversation where question is going to be asked and question is going to be answered amongst Aboriginal like-minded brothers on this panel. You can stay on as much as you like to learn and listen to the conversation at hand. So we're gonna continue this. Shout out to Smoke Signal, Credible Hawk, Darvis Blackman, Truthful, and I'm
peace to y'all, man.
Peace and blessing. Shout out to Darvis Baylight. What's going on? Darvis Baylight, what up? Signal. Anybody got any questions?
Peace. What's going
so
on,
we about to get out of here in like 20, 30 minutes. So let's get it.
No, you got the platform, Darvis.
Man, I ain't got nothing to say, King. I'm just listening. That boy go ahead, Bill, man. let's try not to get off the subject, man. Let's find one of these that we dealing with. I mean, let's deal with that topic.
Look,
Yeah, I
man,
want to get on the
A1
topic.
was cooking on the Amaru
Yeah, I want to get back into that article.
He don't want to add, but look. See, the thing of it is I'm about to do a build on this, so I just wanted to give a snippet. But I got 5-6 other sources to go along with this, right? So
Just
understand
know-
this, right? Everybody
Nah,
who calling themselves to being American, right? The term come from the Amaru, which mean land of the plum serpents. So
which
if you stupid
directly comes from
motherfuckers,
the ether, man.
exactly. So if you stupid motherfuckers running around here calling yourself American and saying it don't mean that, then please kindly explain to me what the fucking word means. Then, please kindly explain to me what it means. I'm giving you sources on where the term came from. Yeah.
A1, the term came from Amerigo Vespucci, who sailed over here in 1492.
Nah, don't do that, truthful. Don't do that, because
I'm messing with you, bro. It's just the same. I know, bro. Bro, you know
I'm just
who
saying
I rock
among
with,
this
bro.
nigga
You know
right
I'm
here.
a Amaru.
I know that. But when we got niggas up here like Lex Vortex who would take you. Look, your man. Look what your man just said. Like he unmuted himself. Like, look, I know you get fucking around. So I'm saying for all of these, look. The most funniest thing is this, right? In this community, right? And I'm talking about a lot of motherfuckers. And some of you people in the fucking chat room, right? Motherfuckers came into this community, right? They stuck with the term Indian, right? They never looked up what the term means, which the term only means Nino Indio, means those who was conquered by the motherfucking Romans under the doctrine of discovery and the Papal Bull, right? They never looked that term up, right? They never looked the term Aborigine up. They never looked the term Atanchana. They never looked the term Moor up. And then when you look these terms up and you get you get somebody who explain this shit to you, they still want to deny that these what these terms mean. But everybody running around here call themselves American. But guess who else call themselves American? Chinese people, Italian people, Spanish people, Indians. Everybody claiming your term. But because you don't know that term is originally from this land, then guess what you do? You let everybody call themselves there's only one Amaru or American here on this landmass, and that's supposedly be us. But some of y'all don't understand that because you don't know where the term even came from.
Yo, that's a good thing you brought that up, brother, because I finally got a chance to catch one of your lies, Aboriginal, bro. But I got a question for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so everybody on this panel is Amaru.
Not you. You are African. Well, you ain't even African. We just showed you were African.
He said he an Indian.
You don't know where it's from. You don't even know what the fucking word means. You can elaborate on that, but you can't elaborate on the Mendes people.
A1, he said he an Indian, bro. He be Siberian, one stepping around campfires, living in teepees.
But look, he's a Christian, so yeah, I can believe he's an Indian. He's a Christian.
He's
in the Catholicism. He been converted.
Yeah, he's
converted. Well, good thing you brought that up, because
it's safe to say that he's conquered.
He's been converted. He's a Nino Indio. He's been what, AP? You don't even know nothing about the Amaru. You can't even tell us nothing about the shit that you mentioned. You can't even tell us about the Mendi. So you don't know nothing about the Amaru. So leave it alone. You don't know nothing about the Amaru, so don't even bring it up.
I had a question, but y'all going in.
Go ahead, brother. Let the brother talk.
Hey, hold on. Everybody mute up. Let the brother get the question out. Go ahead, brother. You got the flow.
Oh yeah. I got to cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just met my father for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Last year, right? You know what I'm saying? And he's saying that. You know what I'm saying? Indian, but he was like, they don't really consider themselves as Indian. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, he chased my family roots back, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a whole thing about the family, about this African-American thing. And, like, we have no trace of African ancestry. So we trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what tribe or what should we call ourselves? Because it's, like, actually, like, two tribes that was, you know what I'm saying, that was, you know what I'm saying, Aboriginal, you know what I'm saying, to the part of Louisiana where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? So I want to know if any one of you fellas know, how do I go about to figure out what's what and who's who?
Take a
and
DNA test.
A DNA
Boy, that's
test.
the dumbest thing you could ever do. Don't ever take
Get
no damn DNA test.
So what? They can run this motherfucking shit through the goddamn system
That's
to see
what
if
I'm
anybody
saying,
committed
bro.
the crime, nigga.
Goofy
That shit
ass
ain't
nigga.
gonna do nothing for them. Fuck out of here.
Look, I
That's
tell you this,
scam.
Gas man.
DNA
I
test
know
are
exactly
scam,
I know
nigga.
exactly what you're talking about, bro. Because I'm from Louisiana too. I asked my grandma in Black History Month on fucking in February while I'm wearing fucking dumbass dashikis and shit, right? She said, "Why you
Yeah.
wearing that dashiki?" Right? I said, "Oh, we celebrating Black History Month."
That's
She
the
told me to
same
take that
thing
shit
my
off.
grandmother told me because
Kwanzaa and
I
shit,
had a
right?
little
Yeah, she said, "Take
African
that shit
chain
off
on.
because none of my ancestors came off no boat." She said, "My
Right.
great great grandmother had long locks like fucking Pocahontas," and she said, "We Choctaw and Blackfoot Indian," and that's how I ran into these guys because I did my fucking research and did my due diligence to understand that this whole Pan African shit is nothing more than a lie. All these DNA tests they
What
telling you to
part of
take is nothing
Louisiana
but a
you
fucking
from?
lie. I'm from
Even
NOLA.
even
Oh,
some of
I'm
this
from
fake ass. Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry.
from
Go on.
Franklin, Louisiana. We Chittimacha and Choctaw.
Yep.
Hey, look. Even some of this fake ass Indian shit. So when you claim them, a lot of them turn like Choctaw and all that, right? They got a negative and primitive history attached to that. So that primitive history is these hunter gatherers, motherfuckers who lived in stick
And
mound.
that's why I said,
And, and
yeah.
niggas
And
still.
that's a good thing. And that's a good thing you brought that up, bro. Because know what I'm saying? Because when we were discussing that, know what I'm saying? My great grandmother, she was telling us like that's not really the original names of the Indian tribes. They say that's the
And
tribes
see,
that the
look, you
white
already
And
on
they
the
man
ain't
right
even.
gave.
track,
And
man.
tribes are like sweets, man. Like all these names. And see, a lot of these motherfuckers is confused, right? Because they will tell you like this, right?
They're like
So let
corporations, it's a company for real.
you know what I'm saying? Look, in one area, let's say South Carolina, right? You got multiple different tribes or nations or a bunch of confusing terminologies that have been applied to people who claim they from
Yeah, because
tribes,
I'm
right?
right here in Charlotte,
So,
North Carolina. They be
okay.
talking like that too.
So boom. So check this out, right? So you honestly think people live within the same vicinity of each other and couldn't communicate? They all these different tribes have different languages. The way a motherfucker who live 1 mile away from you
That
couldn't
part.
communicate with him
That
because he had a
part.
different language. You stupid motherfucker. I ain't saying nobody on the pen. I'm just saying in general. Because people
That
always say
part.
all of these tribes have all these different languages. Get the fuck out of here. It's impossible. How are we
That goes to
trading?
what I was saying, like, cause my great grandmother, like my great grandmother, she was 96 when she passed, and she said these so-called names that they giving these tribes, they said that's not the original tribe. They said the white man gave them that tribe because they couldn't speak the language of the tribe, so
But
they
not
just
even
gave
that
them a name.
neither. You heard me? Not even that, cause white people were slaves here, bro. But a lot of them, when they redone history, they started to use a lot of these terms and then change the vowels around, and sometimes change some of the letters around, like a Q to a C to a Q. You understand what I'm saying? So
Indians were slaves here too,
even
by
when
the
it
way.
can't, the Indians wasn't no slaves, brother. That's all bullshit. And I know I put a lot of that research out there. I put a lot of that Indian slave story that I taught you. You know, I put a lot of that stuff out there, bro. So with that being said, what I'm trying to tell the brother is,
It's
look,
well documented.
hey brother, we had
Well,
nations. We had.
well, that's not really true. Indians were slaves because you could go to Louisiana now and look at them old slave quarters and look around. Like, wasn't no Africans down there in them slave
But
quarters
them was
working in
for
the
white
land?
people though.
So
Them
now
wasn't
we
for us.
confused. See what I'm
Them
talking
wasn't for.
about?
Hey brother. Look in
They're
Louisiana, right?
confusing
Listen, let's
people.
listen to this, right?
One dude saying there wasn't no Indian
Brother, I'm
slaves, the other
talking
one
to
saying,
him. I'm talking to him. Can you
and that's
mute your
because
mic,
you're
brother?
confused,
We
bro.
trying to teach this brother, son. You coming up here with this confusion. Listen,
Now that
it,
brother know what he
brother,
talking
look.
about.
In Louisiana, right? They tell you Louisiana was purchased in with the early 1800s, right? Or the middle mid
Yeah,
1800s, right?
1804.
Okay, that's all bullshit. Cause even after look in 1868, the motherfucking governor of Louisiana was O.J. Dunn, which was a goddamn nigga. So how the fuck Europeans purchase something and gonna let a black man be the lieutenant governor of that land? They're lying about everything. They never purchased
Black
nothing.
Roman emperors.
My
It don't
dude,
matter.
they never
Just like
purchased
Barack
nothing.
Obama was president in
My
America
dude,
at a time when black
you
people were
don't
getting
seem to
shot
be
down in the street.
understanding on
Bro,
what's
your
going on. That's why
understanding
you
of the
don't need to even
world
be
is
over here.
Bro, this
You
horrible.
don't
nigga Lex, bro.
We're not trying to
It's
understand the
horrible,
world. We're
bro.
trying to understand
He just
America.
makes up
Figure
history,
out who
bro.
your people are first of all, instead of being a motherfucking Indian Christian or Pan
See what
African
I'm
Indian
saying? Then
Christian.
when you
You
get
are
him,
Pan
all he
African
can do is
Indian
go to
Christian.
insults because
Are you not a
he just is
Christian?
a pseudo.
Are
And
you
you're
not a
lying and
Christian?
misinforming the
Oh,
people.
we're
Your
lying and misinforming
understanding
the
of the
people, right?
world is
man, that Pan
crazy.
African shit is some bullshit because everybody know All right.
Listen, man, I'm about to get ready to wrap this show up, man. I appreciate everybody for coming on, man. I got a few things to get out of here. Hopefully, everybody can take some.
All right, salute, brother. Salute, brother.
Lex Vortex, we want to see that bill. Next time you come back around, we want to see that bill. We want to see that bill, nigga. We want to see that bill.
All right, listen, man.
Together, man.
All right, listen, hold on. Let my closing out, man. Y'all niggas tweaking. Show some discipline. Y'all had a chance to tobacco. We closing out, man. So I want to leave this with peace and harmony and love to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Y'all know it's nothing but love. We got to keep spreading knowledge, you know. And shout out to all the American Aborigines. Shout out to all the Aborigines around the globe. You understand me? So shout out to my brothers and sisters that's here in the Americas. Make sure y'all do y'all thing, man. Keep waking up our brothers and sisters. Each one teach one. Tell a neighbor to tell a neighbor, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. You understand me? You already know how that thing go, man. But I appreciate everybody. Let me shout out a few people that supported the channel, man. Don't get out of here without supporting the channel, man. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. So we're gonna shout out a few brothers and sisters that supported the channel today, man. So make sure y'all support the channel. Shout out to Rodney Lewis. Shout out to Rodney Lewis. Shout out to Darvis Baylock. Shout out to Darvis Baylock. We got that brother on the panel with us. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, brother. Darvis. Shout out to everybody else in here. Shout out to my brother Rodney Lewis as well for the Cash App donation, man. We appreciate all the support. Make sure y'all support Big Aboriginal Power platform. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Share the live stream, man. That's one of the most important things y'all can do is hit that like button, share the live stream, and tell a friend to listen in, subscribe. You know what I mean? Support the channel. All right, man. So make sure y'all be safe and make sure y'all be aware. Make sure y'all stay vigilant. Make sure y'all stay dangerous. All right, it's your brother Aboriginal Power. Make sure y'all be safe on y'all daily commute. We out here.
See my life is been in motion. I'm a little windy. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back, got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, that snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it.